Good morning. Okay, so I'm in the budget spreadsheet that I shared with you, and we had a meeting this morning, and Mick would like to clarify, and Jeff would like to clarify how they would like to see us fill out this form so that it is filled out as accurately as we can, which makes it more useful to them. Um, and then they want us to know that if we do this and there's an issue, that they will come to us and tell us that this is not the way that they wanted it to be filled out. And it makes it harder for them to plan the budget. I will tell you this, that Jeff also said that the high school has been the best at this of all four buildings over the course of the time that Mick has been here. So we should feel good about that. But I figured I would go over some things here with you real quickly that might clarify some things. So as I open up this form, the high school budget um, uh, 2023, you can see we have these things listed at the top. Okay? This is our art department budget. And the first column that says items, that's where they want us to explain to them what our thoughts are on what we want to purchase moving forward. So, as an example, here's Walter supplies for 22-23. Now, I have already created a budget on another spreadsheet that's here, and it has broken down things that we have ordered in the past, the prices of those things, so that I can go through, do some inventory, and say, yeah, we've got plenty of compressed charcoal. We don't need sets of 3 anymore for next year. This is the one that I did last year. And um, it totals itself up for me, which helps me get to this number, 4,620 or $762.31. So going back to the budget sheet, you can see I've got this Walter Supplies, and that if I enter and I round it up, $4,762, that will total. I have to move myself there. That will total over here for me. So anything that falls under these titles, subscriptions, consumables, field trips, professional development, repair services, equipment, we just want to enter numbers there. We don't want to enter any descriptions or anything, so that the spreadsheet can automatically total those things for us. And then as we move down, we will see that there will end up being a total down at the bottom here, that so far I have accounted for $5,638 worth of supplies, equipment, and so on and so forth. So, as an example, it is fine with them if I put in Walter Supplies, but they'd be even happier if I were to say, go in there and link this to that spreadsheet. So if you haven't done that before, I could say Walter Supplies, and then over here by these 3 dots, there's a little place where I could say insert link, and I would go to my budget. I could copy this or go here where it says share and copy that link, and then go back into this budget. Oh, gonna have to do it again. 3 dots, link, control paste, apply. And now my budget is linked there so that they can easily go in and see what amounts to this $4,762. They realize that some of those things might go up in price and some of those things might go down in price, and then we might even change our mind and want a few more things or a few less things. But we want to do the best we can to estimate what we might need for next year. These kinds of supplies that I'm asking for, we use every year, so those go under consumables. Okay. Another category, though, would be a field trip. we didn't do this year, but next year we'd like to go to the CAC again. I know that that costs us in bus driver fees about $126 to do it. So I've put the $126 there. Now, in addition to the things that I buy and use every year, within the next couple of years, I'd like to get a new slab roller for the ceramics department. Um, so I went and looked to see what that was. But notice here that I've said replacement of slab roller, and I say in the next 3 years. This is not something that I know I'm going to need next year, but yeah, sometime in the next couple of years, I've I'd like to do that to upgrade what we have since it's 30 years old. Um, and in addition to that, I linked where I want to buy that from so they can actually see that as well. This does not mean that they will buy that, but they can see that this is something that they can kind of forecast out that we might need that. So, repairs of musical instruments or things that you anticipate might be needs for the future should be put in there. And then I put that one under, um, oh gosh, you don't really need to see me. Oh, you certainly don't need to see me that big, but I've put that under equipment. So the more you can explain your thinking in this item category, the more helpful it'll be for them to plan how to allocate money next year and in the years to follow. This was all something that we wanted to try to get done by April 1st, which is during spring break. So it's a good time to think about it. It does not have to be perfect. Yeah. If they look at something and they say, whoa, that's a big item, they're going to come ask you about it. But if you put it in there, you can assume that they're going to try to budget for you to be able to do that. The only thing that I don't have on here right now that I think maybe we need to take one more look at as a department is our course fees and things that are paid for by our course fees. So you might want to take a look at that as well, but I don't have any specifics about that at this time. So I'm going to stop this recording now. Hopefully that's helpful and that we can all get on this and help them help us with the things that we need for next year. All right. I will see you soon.